Hello Captains, this is Kent again and welcome to the Flight Show. So by request I was asked to do a bit of a tutorial on some of the systems on flying the ATR 72. So I'm going to do one right now for the flight management system. So why don't we just get started. Now the airplane's already in hotel mode because since there's really not a way to use external power, the hotel mode is basically a way that this plane acts like it has an APU and it runs your motor without spinning your propeller. There's a tutorial for that as well, but right now I'm just going to focus on the flight management system. So I'm going to leave this route in the description box so you can have this as a guide, but I'm doing a flight from Miami to Key West, and so the first thing you will put in is your origin and your destination. You see I already have that in there. Now here's how we're going to go about actually making our flight. Now there are a lot of different ways that you can create a flight. I'm not going to go into all of them because that would be outside the scope of the video, but let's just say that you have one. So what I'm going to be doing is departing on the runway 12, and we're going to take the SID joins 12, and so now that we have our our origin and our destination, we're going to go to departure and arrival, go to departure. We're going to say, okay, we're going to take off on runway 12 or 12. Now, I've already decided that I'm doing joins, and here it is in the database. So, pick that. And then we can say execute. Now you can see this is now your legs. And in your legs, you now see the waypoints of your departure. Let's see, how far does it go? It goes to the waypoint Key West. Okay, so now we can go and start to put in our waypoints. So if the last waypoint is Key West, then we shall our waypoints actually say that we're going to go to VKZ, which, as you can see, is right there. Now that's the airport, your destination. So we're going to actually input from this point. So the last waypoint you have is VKZ. So then we know from our flight plan, which is right here, we go directly from VKZ to DVALL. So what we will do is go over to here. Since our last one is VKZ, 2 will be from whatever that last waypoint was. So we can put in DVALL. So DVALL. Right there. And then the next thing we're going to do, and I'll show you, is we're going to the airway J79. So that would be on your next page. So go to your next page, and here you would say J79. That should fit nicely. Great. Now from J79, we go to CARNU. So we just put that in 2, because that's where you're exiting the airway. So we'll go CARNU. Boom. Put that in there. Great. Then you're going to go direct to Key West, which is the airport. So now we can put in our arrival. So our arrival, I've already gotten that picked out as well. We're going to be coming in in fact, I'll even show it to you right here. We're coming in on runway 9, and we're going to do an RNAV approach. And I'm choosing to use Sting because it actually flows very well with our flight, and I can even show you that very quickly. So the Sting transition brings us right in line with our runway, which is right here. So instead of using the other, if I can show you strap, you could do that, but since we're already up here at Sting, I'm just going to stick with that. It just really makes more sense. So, okay, we set that. And again, this is just for situational awareness. so you can see what I'm going to do. But as far as our plane is concerned, we know that we're going to do the RNAV, and then we're looking, oh, that's, oh, right, runway 9. Ooh, wait, I think I messed that up. Go back here, arrival, we're doing GPS 9, and then we're doing Sting. Yeah, my bad. Okay, so now if you go to the flight plan, if you go to legs, now all of your waypoints are in there. However, there is one waypoint, let me see, to DVALL, Sting, cheats. Excellent. So I think we've got everything we need. We do. Perfect. So now, if you want to change your altitudes, like, you know, your cruising, now in this flight that I put together, it says that our cruising altitude is 18,000 feet. You see it right there. So, how you change this is you put slash, is that slash or backslash? I never can tell. 18,000 feet. Then what I do is I tap that again and advance it forward and replace, tap and replace, tap and replace, tap. Oh, not that one, because that's the flight restriction, so leave that off. Okay, great. Okay, so now you've got all your information in for your flight. So let's take a look. Now you have some information here about how much fuel you have, and unlike, you know, the PMDG or some other aircraft with more advanced flight management systems, as far as I know, you can't really change this. Let me highlight it. I see that. Let's just, I'm going to just put in a number just to see. Okay, so you can change it, so you can at least say, what are your reserves? So that was like what, 1,000? I'm just going to put 1,200 reserve. Okay, so now you can affect that, which is totally cool. Time for, and this is actually going to say how much flight time that you have on your reserve. So it's giving you some, you know, information here, which is cool. And then let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, now direct. Let's just say, hey, they've given me permission to take a shortcut. I can skip a particular waypoint and I can go direct from, let's say, Johnsy to Sting. So what you would do is you would say on your direct page, click Sting. Now your plane is going to bypass all those previous waypoints and go to that one. And when it gets to that one, it'll automatically advance to the next waypoint. Okay? Now, that all of these things are in, oh, and you can put your alternate airport in here. Does it really have an effect? Not that I've noticed, but I'm just telling you from what I've noticed so far. So your plane is pretty much ready to go at this point. Now, there's going to be a tutorial that I need to do for the autopilot and how you get the plane to follow the waypoints that you just put in. But for now, that is how you actually set up your FMS to fly from one route to another. So go ahead and give this a try, fly the route, and see how well you do. Alright, so I'm going to make this short and sweet, so thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and look forward to the next tutorial where I'll be doing the autopilot system, which is over here, and how you actually get the plane to follow the proper waypoints and or your ILS if you're about to land. Well, I appreciate it. I will see you next time, and I look forward to seeing you in the virtual skies.